Pretty girl walking down the street. I like your smile when you looked at me. Oh, do you know what I'm looking for?
What's he looking for?
Does anybody know?
No?
Not a face on a magazine. Don't need a girl from a movie screen.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is gonna be a different video. This is gonna be the perfect gift for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna say something before I move on to what the perfect Valentine's Day in my opinion is. But I think Valentine's Day became the second Christmas of the year. I think that most people, and I'm not saying you are or I'm saying I am, I'm saying most people are expecting something. And I was listening to the radio the other day and this guy was wondering about if he should get her a tablet or a massage and, you know, going to a spa or something romantic like that. And he thought that he didn't want to disappoint her, you know. So that got me thinking. I'm like, really? Are we doing iPads for Valentine's Day? And then computers, cameras? I mean, it seems like it's getting a little bit out of control. And I'm not saying that's wrong. If you got an iPad for Valentine's Day, I'm not saying it's wrong. I respect everyone's opinion and way of living, you know. I'm just trying to express myself how I feel about Valentine's Day, and maybe something that I say, it will, you know, turn on that light bulb and got you thinking about something else, or something that you were actually thinking in the back of your mind, but you weren't really giving it that much importance. So here I go. Once again, I think that Valentine's Day, it's more about the gift than the actual date. And for me, I mean, it's really nice to get jewelry. Don't get me wrong. If I get jewelry, I'm happy. But, you know, now it's trips and, you know, jewelry or a shopping spree. And I think most of that, it's the people trying to make us think, people that sell stuff that try to make us think that that's the way to celebrate Valentine's Day. Well, if that's the way you like to celebrate Valentine's Day, more power to you. I'm not judging you at all. But I think it just actually kind of lost the essence of what Valentine's Day is. I'm going to tell you my story. I've been married for a really long time and I have 4 kids. My oldest is 15 and my youngest is 8. And since they got, you know, since they were probably about 5-6 years old, they became my Valentines. So every year I would go to the dollar store, get a card, and write wonderful things about them. I love how you make me smile. I love you so much. You are such a smart boy. I really, you know, trying to empower them, to make them believe that they are really, you know, really important and I do care about them. That's number one. And of course, my husband has been my Valentine's for, I don't know, even, it's gonna be 20 years. So, I mean, we still have our Valentine's Day date. But since the kids got a little bit older, we're doing different things. So, for example, we'll go on a date and maybe we'll do something like, I don't know, we'll go for dinner and a movie, but we'll go, the 6 of us would go, you know, and just enjoy each other's company. And I do give them cards every single year, even though my oldest is 15. But I wanted to tell them, and I wanted to let them know, if you have kids, then this might apply to you, but I want to let them know that they don't need a girlfriend or a boyfriend in order to have Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is about loving someone, and that person can be very well your mother, it can be your kids, it can be your best friend. It's not about, you know, a relationship, you know, or marriage, or that kind of relationship needs to apply only for Valentine's Day. I think that I want to tell my kids, listen, you don't need to have somebody else to feel love. I love you and you should love yourself. There are some other times that we had our kids, you know, we've been going out a lot or whatever. We decide to go out for a nice dinner. We'll find somebody who take care of the kids, and then we'll go for a nice dinner in the mountains and spend and maybe splurge on, you know, a night. But it's not, you know, it kind of depends on how we're feeling. So my idea for this Valentine's Day, and I think this is going to be a little controversy, once again with that word. Anyways, because this is what social media, social media says the opposite. But anyways, you know how sometimes we go to dinner with somebody and we're also always checking our phones? I don't have it with me anyways. We're also always checking our phone, or it rings, or it's a message, or it's a Facebook update, or it's a Twitter, or it's something that comes up, and we're in a dinner, or whatever we're doing. We're going to a movie. People these days, they check their phones while we're watching the movie, and I think it's gotten a little bit out of control. So my idea as a present for that special person that you're gonna spend Valentine's Day with, I'm not saying it has to be your husband or your boyfriend or your wife or your girlfriend. I'm saying if you're spending Valentine's Day with somebody, you should do this. And I think it's gonna be a really nice present. You know, it doesn't matter what you get them, they're gonna remember this from you. And that is leaving your phone at home. And I'm guilty myself. I mean, I took my little spiritual retreat last week because I needed to reconnect myself with what really is important in my life. And I was always checking, social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, my YouTube channel. I was always checking that, and I was losing it. I was not paying attention to what was going on around me, and nothing bad happened. But just so you know, it really got important when I realized that it was watching a movie, but not really watching a movie. Like, we would sit down and watch Netflix, but I would still have the computer in my lap, and I was doing either editing, getting back to comments, and I started to realize that, it got a little bit out of control. I wasn't really giving my attention to the people who's actually by me, just in the flesh. I was paying attention to a virtual thing and not to what really is important to me. And that's when I actually realized that I need to leave my phone behind more than once. I realized that when I don't have my phone with me, I can look whoever is in front of me in the eyes and have a nice chat. We can laugh. We don't have to be checking our phones. I even wear my watch because I need to know what time it is. But it's so relieving. It's so liberating. I feel like my energy, myself, everything, it's on that person that I'm spending time with. And it doesn't matter if it's your 2-year-old, you're going to spend Valentine's Day, you're going to take him out for dinner to McDonald's. I promise you, leave that phone behind and you will see what a real day is. I mean, it changes your perspective to see how we changed in a way that we think we kind of develop. We're more, you can be here, but you can be in China at the same time because your videos are being watched everywhere. But truth be told, it doesn't matter how many times I tell my kids I love them, if I'm not paying attention to them when they need me, even for whatever random reason, would be every time, or whenever they want to watch a movie with me, or whenever they want to spend time with me, and I put something else before them. I can't, look you in the eye and have a real date if I'm looking down into my phone. And if you don't have a boyfriend, just leave your phone behind. I promise you, you'll find one. Just not in the screen of your phone. It's hard. It's hard to come to these terms, and I know a lot of people is not gonna like this video because not a lot of people realize how much social media impacted at least my life in a way that I was kind of forgetting about my real life, and I was worrying more about my virtual life. If you're trying to find a boyfriend, if you're trying to find a girlfriend, just look around. Don't look down. I know a lot of people look into social media for that, but I promise there's a lot of people around you. There's a lot of great people around you that are willing to go out with you, that are willing to have a good time with you, even as friends. But you're not going to find them if you're worried about something that is going on in your phone. It's not going to happen. So I hope that I didn't offend anybody. It's not my intention. If you feel like that's the way you should go, like social media way, then I understand. But if for some of you this has been going on in the back of your mind and coming back and forth and you don't really know what to do with it, try it. I promise you, it's going to change your perspective of things. You're going to make that person feel so important. It doesn't matter if it's your son, your wife, your husband, whoever. You're going to really concentrate in that person. You're going to give them all your attention. And there's no better way to show how you love somebody unless you give them your full attention. And not your 10% of attention. You can't just keep conversation while you're looking down and you're texting somebody. You need to pay attention to what's going on around you so you can really live a real life, if you know what I mean. So I hope you take this in a good note, in a good way. I think the perfect gift for this Valentine's Day is to be present, is to be alert, and it's to be having fun with the real things. Don't feel the need to check in on Facebook. There's no need for other people to know where you're at. You are supposed to know where you're at. You're supposed to think what you're going to do there. You're supposed to have fun there. You're supposed to joke while you're there. It doesn't matter for other people what they think. Facebook is where you show your face that you want to show. But you don't really show your face while you are in a, I don't know, memorial service. You won't take a picture and post it on Facebook. You won't take a picture of yourself if you're depressed and post it on Facebook. Facebook, Twitter, social media, it's not real life. Real life, it's having a good time, having a sad time. You're good, you're bad. It's always an up and down. And so why do we think that everything that people post here in Facebook or Twitter, social media, YouTube, you name it, that's how they live their lives? That's not necessarily true. You are here watching me for 10 minutes, not my 24 hours a day. So keep in mind, you can always have a place for social media, but you have to know where to draw the line to make somebody feel special, to make somebody feel loved. And I think there's no better time than Valentine's Day. Just try it, and then I hope that makes your Valentine's Day a really enjoyable experience, and that you actually, I don't know, get connected with the person that you're gonna go out this Valentine's Day. Even if it's for pizza in your couch upstairs, it doesn't matter. Paying attention to somebody is showing them how much you love them, how much you care for them. And sometimes that's a hard thing to do. You can say a lot of times I love you, but showing love is something totally different. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope that somebody out there got me and realized that I'm not judging. I'm just giving you an idea and maybe something that you may want to try just for a day. But I hope that it really, I don't know, plant a seed in you, and that eventually will flourish and, I don't know, find its way in you. So thank you for watching this video. I love you guys, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Mwah.